What's going on, 80K Sports Performance families? Coach Ryan here this week with another Coach's Corner. This week I wanted to talk about something that we find a lot of our athletes and even some of our adult clients finding themselves falling into, and that is the comparison trap. I want to say the comparison trap, that is really talking about comparing yourself to your peers or people that you might not necessarily know but you see online, you play in games against, things like that. But comparing yourself where you are now to where someone else is. And we find that to be a really dangerous thing, especially for a lot of our newer athletes. And what we see happen is we have an athlete, it's their first day, it's their first session training with us, and they find themselves comparing themselves to an athlete who's been training with us for years and has been doing 3-4 sessions per year and basically training with us year-round for several years at a time. And they're brand new, they've never been in the weight room before, they don't know the difference between a dumbbell, a kettlebell, and a barbell. Whereas this other athlete they are comparing themselves to, they know our program like the back of their hand, and they know 3 modifications for every exercise that they may be doing, depending on any injuries and things like that. And that's super dangerous because it can be really discouraging, especially if you're newer to training. So we always have athletes focus on them and what they're doing and use that other athlete they're comparing themselves to as inspiration of what they would like to get to, but they need to realize that they're on chapter 1 of their story and the athlete that they're comparing themselves to may be on chapter 10 or chapter 15. So while it's great to look at that other athlete for inspiration and be like, hey, if I work hard, I stay consistent and keep showing up and working hard, I can get to where they are, but I'm just not there yet. And the key word there is yet, because if athletes continually show up, work hard, week over week, session over session, year over year, chances are they're going to get to that chapter 15 where that other athlete is. So the big take home there is avoid falling into the comparison trap. Make sure that you're focused on you, run your race, realize you are where you are now, that's point A, and you can get to point B so long as you keep showing up, keep working hard, and keep getting after it. If you have questions on how you can get from chapter 1 to chapter 15, feel free to reach out, and I'm happy to talk about how we can help your athlete get there.